What's up, guys? I'm gonna go over base attacking and base defending today. Kind of more in depth. I'm not sure if I did go into it in my basics video or how much I went into it, so I'll try to um, be a little bit more detailed today. So, um, first off, if you don't know, you're in this position when the other team has your flag and they're close to your base, and the quickest way and easiest way to stop them is by getting on your base or their base and um, stopping any way they have getting up, because they only have two ways up, which are jumping from that block, a pyramid, or that block, or by walking from really far away along this catwalk from the pyramid or from the teleporter. So it's pretty easy, or generally I think it's in the defender's favor. And on the other side, if you're the attacker, then you need to find a way up. So let's go over all the different ways they can get up. So from that block, they'll probably never, just this block right under, they'll probably never jump unless they're really dumb at you, because it's just so easy to wait for them and shoot them even if they're shooting right at you. So if they do that, then you can either just jump and shoot at them, or see where they're facing and get around their line of fire and shoot them when they land. Yeah, the only time they might do that is when they're kind of short on time and they have a teammate with them, and they'll have the teammate jump first and then you jump right after. But that's still pretty much the same thing. Just make sure you don't waste all your bullets on the person without the flag before you shoot the guy with the flag. If you have to, then just ignore the person without the flag and just aim for the person with the flag. And let's see, probably the most common way is going to be through the teleporter. And for that, it's a simple idea, but it's kind of hard to be consistent and good with. But as you can see, the catwalk is just super long and narrow, so they only have this long narrow stretch to walk on, while you can shoot at them the entire time, which in theory is pretty bad for them, but it's also kind of easy for them to shoot at you and get you to have to move and dodge through. Like, if you're super consistent and always get good spreads, then it's going to be near impossible, but that's pretty hard to do. And so any spread that's not perfect or near perfect, they're going to be able to dodge. So a good thing to practice is just shooting spreads at the teleporter. You can look at your radar to see whether they'd be able to dodge it. That they wouldn't be able to dodge unless they're like right at the teleporter. So when they're just coming through the teleporter, you want to get a spread that cover like the catwalk closer to the teleporter. But the closer they get, you want to spread enough to cover like by that block over there. And it can be pretty difficult. Something I do, I'm not sure how many people do it, but I like to just shoot quick ones in a spread of 3 like this that aren't far enough apart that they're easy to get in between. I'm not very good at it right now, but you aim out of the HUD and you can just shoot a spread across like that, and I find it's more consistent for me than doing a spread with the mouse wheel. So you can try that if you want. Or there are some people that just get really consistent with their spreads on the wheel, which can be really good, and good because it's a lot faster than shooting ones. So that's definitely the more optimal way if you're really good at it. But if you have bad spreads like this, they can ride the inside. They can either ride the outside by the edge of the map, or they can ride the inside, like get really close to the edge. So for this, I basically just shoot spreads and get around their bullets as quick as possible. The easiest place to get them is right here, but that's also the easiest place for them to get you, since you have nowhere to go. And that's pretty much it. When they get closer, you want to get away from right here and sort of move back further, because they have to contest you to get there, and if they have to keep turning to shoot at you and then turning to walk down the catwalk, that's harder for them, and you can get them while they're moving down the catwalk, because if they can't move down the catwalk, even if they're right there, then you're holding them off and you're stopping them. And if they turn to go across the catwalk, then you can just shoot them. Yeah, so that's it for teleporter basically. And then there's that block. Some people do that just because they know you're not expecting it, for them to jump on the catwalk from right there. But just make sure you're ready for it, just in case it does happen. You just shoot a spread down where you think they're going to land. And then there's pyro jumping. Not too many people will go for it, but when they do, I'd say the most important thing is just for you to stay alive. So if you can kind of see where they're planning on shooting, then just kind of stay out of their way, like get behind them where they won't be able to shoot you, and just notice by how high they are on their pyramid if they'd be able to land on the base. Like if they're just trying to shoot you at like just above 10 height, then you don't have to worry about killing them, because one, you might not be able to shoot them. It's possible for them to be able to shoot over the base but you not be able to hit them, or it's just going to be hard to hit them, and if you try to shoot them, then they might be able to get you. But if they are above the height that they'll be able to land on the base, they could be trying to shoot at you and then get you to jump and then land on the base on their next jump. So just make sure you're out of the way for their shots, but make sure you're still looking at them so that you'll be able to shoot them if they come up. I don't know. That's pretty much it, unless there's also like the 2v1s. If they have someone on each block, one over there and one over there, they'll most likely have the person without the flag jump first. So I just say just back up, but not too far, because if they shoot a spread right here, then you have nowhere to go. But back up a bit and just look at your radar and see which one jumps first. And I'd say for me, I think the best way is to, whichever one jumps first, or just either one. If you think they jump at the same time, or you miss which one is jump first, just go to either one and shoot 2 at them. Well, depends on if you want to try to kill both of them or just get one of them and cause confusion. So if you're trying to get both of them, I would say shoot 2 at the person who jumped first. That way you're more likely to hit them and not be stuck in a 2v1 catwalk versus base position. Shoot 2 at the first person who jumps and turn, and shoot 1 at them to kind of get them to move so they can't shoot at you, and then just causes a 1v1 right there, which is usually in your favor. But if you're not sure, because if you miss that first person with the 2 shots, that can be pretty bad. So if you just want to shoot 3 at them, that's fine. You can shoot 3 at them to make the kill more, make you more likely to kill them, and then just force a 1v1. And yeah, that's pretty much it for that. Now I'll go over attacking. So if you've got the flag, I'd say just go for the teleporter, because it's the safest way for you to not die. And if there's like, I don't know, more than 2 people on your team, then eventually one person will be able to come over and help. So basically you just want to go through the teleporter and shoot at the person, because they're most likely going to be right on this side of that block. So if you can shoot a spread of 3 that covers like most of that area, they're either going to have to go right there, which is bad for them, or further out on the base, which will make it harder for them to hit you. So that's pretty much my first goal, is to get them off of their spot. So I'll even sit here behind the teleporter and shoot through until I get a good spread like that, and then wait for their shots and then come through. That'll give me a good start, because they're either going to be there or there and have to work their way back to there. And so really I think you should have at least size 50 blind radar shots for this, because anything less is going to be hard to tell where the shots are going to be. I mean, I've never used anything below 60, so I might just be biased. I don't know what it's like to use 30. I know a lot of people use 30, but I really think 60 is really good for this, because you can see, like if I just shoot at that block, I can see already that I would dodge those there, and that I'd be able to get up. Oh, maybe not. I'd have not been able to dodge that. But it just gives you more time to prepare for their shots and be able to get in between them. And just keep an eye out for when you're able to get on the edge, because I can get all the way out here, and if their shots aren't covering exactly on the edge, then I'll be able to dodge that. And also you can ride the outside edge sometimes to dodge shots. Yeah, and so most of the time getting up to like right here isn't too much of a problem, but right here it just kind of turns into like a standoff where you guys are both shooting ones. If they shoot a 3, and if you think they're going to shoot a 3, then just stay back a little bit and be perpendicular to them, and just wait for them to shoot the 3 and get around the 3 as soon as possible. And if you're close enough, you can either just get onto the base without them having enough time to reload, or you can turn at them and shoot a 3, or just keep shooting 1s at them until either you kill them or just have enough time to get onto the base. I'd say that's pretty much it. I guess I will cover the pyro jumping part of this. Um, let's see. So right above 10 is where you want to be able to shoot them, but them not be able to shoot you. So if you jump on the pyramid, just make sure you're not very far above 10, like probably 12. You will be able to die, but right here you can just get a bullet up, but be low enough that they won't be able to hit you. There will be too high, so it's really takes a lot of time. So if there's you can really only do this if you're the only person over here, or if you have no enemies on this side of the map. So like right here, you can turn, but there I probably could have died. So it's really not very safe, and it's not useful unless you're just like really good at it. I think you're just better off going to the teleporter. Yeah, but that's just my opinion. You guys can do whatever you want. And I think that's pretty much everything I had to say about base defending. Actually, I will go over some pyro shots. If you don't have enough time to get on the base, and they have the flag and they're getting close, say they're right here and no one's on the base, if you're right here, you can shoot them with this shot. I'm sure a lot of you probably already know this, but yeah, it's pretty simple. You just shoot like halfway through their jump, probably. I don't know, but you'll figure it out. You can ask someone to practice with you. And so there's this shot, and then if they're going from the teleporter, then you can shoot some right here. Sometimes shots will go through the catwalk, and like that one you can see it went through, and yeah, sometimes that will hit them, but it's really not that reliable. And then yeah, and then there's this one right here. Let's see if I can get him. Boom. From the inside of the pyra. It's pretty hard, but yeah. And then yeah, I think that's just about it. So oh, here's this. Boom, like that. And yeah, that's about it. If I missed anything, leave a comment. And yeah, bye.